Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is going to be a little short study. I'm going to make it as brief as possible so I don't take too much of your time up, and I will leave links in the description box. And if you don't know where the description box is, it's directly under the right-hand corner of the video. It's a drop-down arrow that if you click on it, it will pull up the description box and you can find the information there. I will also try to post it in the comments. But most of these links or posts that speak truth, they won't let anybody see them. So it will be in the description box as well. So anyways, let's get right into it so we don't waste too much of your time. And we're going to use God's word to compare to these notes as well. So this is from Cern Libraries in Geneva, Switzerland. And let's get into it. Cern Libraries, Geneva. Multi-wire and drift chambers for the Omicron spectrometer. And then it lists names, who's involved, where it's at, where they're at, where they're from. And it's presented at the Wire Chamber Conference. Geneva, 10 March 1978. The abstract. Multi-wire proportional chambers, or MWPCS, and adjustable field drift chambers, AFDCs, have been constructed for the Omicron spectrometer sited at the Cern cyclotron. And that's all I'm going to read about that, because the rest is needs to be studied more about the millimeter waves and what it has to do with 5G, because 5G is millimeter waves. But let's go into the introduction. Omicron is a magnetic spectrometer designed to perform experiments in nuclear and particle physics with beam from Cern, the Cern 600 MeV synchro cyclotron. Descriptions of the project of the initial experimental program have been published. The spectrometers shown in Figure 1 consist of a large aperture magnet whose gap contains position-sensitive detectors, i.e. multi-wire proportional chambers, and adjustable field drift chambers. The principal characteristics of the spectrometer are a solid angle of about 0.5 AR and a momentum acceptance exceeding 10% with a limit of resolution of about 1%. Both incident and secondary particles can be momentum analyzed, used with particle beams of 50% duty cycle obtainable from the Cern SC. Omicron is a suitable instrument for the study of rare purposes. What does that mean? So let's go back to that one page so you can see how, I'm sorry, I should have read this. So they're using millimeter waves, and here it is right here. The MWPCs are of 1 millimeter pitch and have a useful area of 128 millimeters. So the 5GEEWIZ, if you follow me, is used with millimeter waves, or however you say that. And those waves will penetrate our cells and also penetrate or manipulate the jabberoo that they're putting in people with the hydras and the graphene oxide. I have to be careful what I'm saying. I hope I don't get slayed for this again, but this needs to get out. So anyways, the PDF will be in the description box as I stated, but I just want to compare with God's words. Let's go to Genesis And we're going to go to Genesis 1:1 and start reading. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Now this gets important right here. And God said, and when God said, that means the sound that came out of his mouth, frequency. So, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day. And there again, he called something, he spoke something. And the darkness he called night, and the evening of the morning were the first day. And God said, there again, frequency, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And we can go into that another time, because there is no, I'm just going to stop right there. That's off topic. And God said, let there be a firmament. So he said it again, and God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so, and God called the firmament heaven. So he called it again. And the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. God saw that it was good. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit trees yielding fruit after his kind. So my point being, and what I want to share with you guys, is all this ties together. This Astro World concert, this frequency, the 5GEEWIZ, Cern, the Jabiru, which in my understanding, the people, and I'm not trying to scare anybody, because I believe you can detox and turn back to God from this. As I've looked into that too, and I hope that everybody gives good feedback as far as, going and researching this yourself, and then let's try to figure out together, what's going on here, and more of an understanding as God's body than just me alone trying to inform or give a intelligent response. And I hope and pray that all my work here is of God and not of myself, because every man be a liar. It says that in his word also. So let's dig deeper into this and see where this goes. But I think and hope that I've given y'all enough understanding to see what's going on here, and to see that the people, which I was trying to say a few seconds ago, that have already gotten these jabs, will turn into Omicron and deceive people. So love you guys. Have a good day, night, evening, and knowledge is power. God also says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. So that should tell you a lot right there. Have a good day, guys.